Passata di Pomodoro. It's such a simple sauce. Every time I teach a pasta class, I start out by making this and beginning the pasta sauce making process by cutting up Roma tomatoes, which have the lowest amount of juices and the highest amount of meat. So they're not a really nice like slicing and eating tomato, but they're a perfect sauce tomato because you like put it in the ricer and it squeezes out all the meat and all those juices and separates the seeds and the skins. And I always tell them, I'm like, making this pasta recipe or this pasta sauce recipe is so difficult. You need quite a few ingredients. You need tomatoes, and then I just kind of trail off and people start laughing because it's just tomatoes and salt and that's the entire dish. So you just do like a rough chop, you add the salt, and then you let the salt help with the heat to open up the cells of the tomatoes to leach out its sauces, and then you just pass it through the ricer, and you can jar it or can it after that, or you just put it into a big pot and put in your fresh pasta. At this point, that's when you can add garlic and pepper and basil and whatever else you like, but the actual passata di pomodoro is just the essence of those tomatoes that are in season. I like using a really nice salt to finish it off with, and you salt the pasta water, you salt the tomatoes before you cook them, and you finish off your pasta with Parmesan. So there are multiple levels of salt being added, so you don't ever add salt to your actual food itself. With all of the extra skins and seeds that you get, I make tomato salt, and tomato salt is tomatoes having the highest concentration of umami besides mushrooms. It is like the salt that will become the more seasoned flavor of seasonings. So by the byproducts of making your own tomato salt and your own tomato sauce, passata di pomodoro, you get tomato salt. And we can't let that go to waste because of this super high quality things that you can't get this anywhere. You can buy at the store like this umami seasoning that's like manufactured, but tomato salt is literally that. And you can do the same thing with mushrooms, so that's really cool. I add that tomato salt into the sauce as well, so you have like a more tomatoey tomato salt, and then the passata di pomodoro. And you can even take that tomato salt and substitute the salt in your pasta for tomato salt to heighten that flavor and brighten the color.